In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a feature called user tasks. This is an optional feature that by default will be turned on, but you have the facility to turn this off. So you'll spot that there are two additional tiles to the Service Advisor and Service Financial Controller role center. The main purpose of these tiles is the ability to task yourself or task other users with certain tasks, so it can almost be used like a to-do list. So you'll see there's two tiles. The first tile is tasks assigned to me that are due, and the second tile are tasks created by me that are due. So if somebody else assigns a task to me and the day comes round that it's due, my tile is going to turn red. And if I create a task for somebody else, the day the due date comes round, that tile will go red. So two people have the facility to see the status of a particular task. It's really useful if you have a customer call up who wants to speak to somebody else, but they're not available. They could be out the office or on the phone. You create a task, they get a red tile, and you get a red tile until that task has been completed, if it's past the due date. So if we just open one of these tiles up and just take a quick look, I can see that I've had two tasks assigned to me. One was due yesterday and one's due today. We can see who assigned the tasks. We can see the priority of the tasks as well. So if I just go ahead and open this task, I can see that it was made by Reese. I can see the date and time he created it, and the expected due date. You can also put a due time in as well if you want to, but it won't filter to the time. So we can see the message that Reese has left me the task to do. Once the task is complete, I can just go ahead and mark completed. And you'll see it adds a completion, a start date as well, and a completion date, who completed the task, and you can see it's gone from this list, and in turn it's gone from the tile. So I can also look at this tile, and I can see the tasks that I've created for other people. So I can see that I created this task on this day at this time, assigned it to Reese, so Reese will in turn have the corresponding red tile, but I can also see it's not actually been completed yet. So I am equally as aware as Reese of a task that is outstanding. So to create a task, I can open either of these tiles, but in this case I'm just going to create myself a task as a reminder. So I just open the tile, select new, I'll just put test task. I'm going to set the due date as today. And then here is where I assign the task. So I select the three dots, and I assign the task to myself. Now, these tiles are filtered to the username that logs in. If you don't have an individual license for an individual person, then you can't assign them a task. Or if you do assign them a task, it's just going to vanish into the system. I can set the priority here, so I'll just say this is a high priority ticket. I can see the task has appeared here. But you can see each of these tiles have increased because I've created the task myself and assigned it to myself. That's why both of these tiles have increased. I'll show you another feature as well, is that you can create recurring tasks. So if I select new, and I'll say check items to return report, I'm going to assign it to myself. Then at the top of the screen, I have this button here called recurrence. So I'm going to say that I want this to start on the 1st of the month. So I'll say 4th of November. And I want it 1 week. So every week I want the same task to be made. And I'm going to do that for 10 weeks. So if I now press OK, this has created this same task 10 times running for the next 10 weeks. So if I close this down, we can see that it's not actually in here because we set the start date from the 4th of November. But if we just clear these filters, we should be able to see these tasks. So we can see that each week I have a task for myself for check items to return. So it's a really nice feature for sort of standardizing expected tasks that your staff should perform, or creating tasks for yourself, routine tasks that need completing on certain dates. So for example, running statements is a routine task that you would assign to somebody, and you can do so now with these tiles. And you can also monitor the tasks that you've assigned to other users that haven't yet been complete. Again, this is optional. If you don't want to use it, we can switch this off. If you do want to use it, then by all means do. We really look forward to some feedback. Any questions, please let me know. Thank you.